welcome to episode 11 of our weekly review show here on our YouTube channel. Games for both the first team and the reserves to look back on this week, and we start this week's episode by looking back to the first team's trip to Met Police in London last Saturday.
City started well in London. Rocky Neal saw 2 shots blocked after a fumble by the keeper before Adam Porter's low effort was well saved. The White Tigers then broke the deadlock. Ed Palmer's header was knocked back into the danger zone where Shane White was waiting to head home his second goal of the season. White then turned provider as his cross was turned home by Rocky Neal to make it 2-0 at the break. Into the second half, and Tyler Harvey had an audacious overhead kick go wide. Met Police pulled one back with 20 minutes to play though, Thomas Reed tapping home at the back post. City had to deal with a lot of pressure. James Heyman made 2 superb stops in stoppage time to ensure Truro returned home with all 3 points.
So a 2-1 win over Met Police in London on Saturday means it's now 8 wins in a row and 15 games undefeated in the Southern League Premier South for Paul Wotton's men. We now hear from the gaffer and assistant manager Stewart Yetton, who spoke about the game, but also about the potential return to Truro in our own new stadium.
For a 2-1 win over Met Police, a tough game, but you must be delighted to get the 3 points.
Well, it was a tough game, and we know it's always a tough game here. For the game, it was first half, first 5-10 minutes, Met Police started really well. I think we then got right into the game and played very well for half an hour. And got ourselves a 2-0 lead. I thought we looked fit, we looked strong. Pressed at the right time, off the game at the right time, and nullified Met Police first half. Second half, we struggled. But credit to Met Police. They play a really good way. That the wide men jump inside, fullbacks are outside, and you can tell they work on it and they train and they're well coached. And Gav and Tars, I think they're brilliant people, and every year they roll out a brilliant team against all the odds. So we knew it was going to be tough, and second half it proved to be that. Ultimately, we just couldn't keep the ball well enough second half. I said at half time that the best way to defend a lead is to have the ball. The other team can't do anything if you've got the ball. And we were really sloppy in possession. The turnover was too many second half. But on the plus side, Hammy didn't have a save to make until the 94th minute, and he made 2 really good ones when they slung 2 set pieces into the box and caused mayhem. So Hammy, that's what he's there for in the last seconds of the game. But it's a fantastic 3 points, because this isn't an easy place to come, and sometimes it's not always pretty. And I don't think you can be excellent for 90 minutes in a game all the time. So like I said, for half-hour spell in the first half, I thought we were fantastic. Other than that, I thought we were dogged and resolute.
And just on a different note, obviously it's been a good few days for the club. Obviously not with the results as well, with the 6-0 against North Leigh, today's result. But the news about going back to Truro and the stadium, what's your thoughts on that?
It's the best news we could have. I mean, thank you to Partway for putting us up. Do you know what I mean? But we've got to get back into Truro. It's a Cornish football team. We've got to get into Truro. I'm from Plymouth, and lots of people think it's great for playing in Plymouth. It's not. I'd much rather be in Truro. We're top of the league at the minute and going well, and I'd much rather be there in front of 700 fans. Absolutely, I think it's fantastic news for the football club.
So Stewart, 2-1 win over Met Police here in London. A hard-fought game, that one, but must be delighted to get the 3 points.
Absolutely, Cam. It's always a really tough place to come. Always really well organised. Thought we were really good first half. Thought we were magnificent. Played really well. Thought we were good for our lead. First goal, bit of foul in the build-up on the corner. I know their bench were a bit disappointed, but I thought we were good value for the lead half-time. Yeah, in second half, a few too many times we gave the ball away in good areas, caused ourselves a little bit of problems, and then hanging on a bit at the end. So fair play to Met Police. They really tested us last 10-15. Hammy's pulled off a couple of good saves there in injury time. So yeah, all in all, really good result against a good side.
You mentioned Hammy making some good saves. Do you think before that he didn't really have all that much to do, did he?
Yeah, listen, I think both sides kind of cancelled themselves out quite a bit. You know, they've always got good shape. They're always hard to break down. We like to think that we normally have got very good shape, which we did have. You know, so we limited their chances. You know, in their goal, it's through a mistake of our own. We're playing across at the back and we got caught in possession. So a little bit disappointed with that goal. A few things for us absolutely to work on, but very pleasing.
But I don't know if you know, but that's obviously 15 games undefeated now in the league, 8 wins in a row. That's some form, isn't it?
Listen, absolutely. It's very difficult. It's very difficult in this at this standard to go so far unbeaten. And how many wins did you say that as well? 8 league games in a row. Yeah, listen, that's very good at any standard, and especially at this level where there's so many good sides. You know, credit to the boys. That's a great achievement so far.
And it's been a good week for us, obviously, with the big win against Northley last weekend, win today against Met Police. But obviously, yesterday's news was quite good news. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, listen, absolutely. It's imperative that we get back to Truro as quickly as we can. You know, hopefully this is the positive news that people can get on board with. You know, for me, let's hope that and I'm sure it is going to happen. And like to focus on the positives. And you know, a couple of people, you see a couple of comments about the negatives, which I don't quite understand. Listen, we've got a lot of lads who are from Plymouth, Exeter, Torquay area. Not one of our players want to continue playing away from our home. Plymouth Park, we're very hospitable, lovely setup, great people, but that's not our home. So me and the gaffer are desperate to return. The sooner I can get out of an house on a Saturday morning and the later I can get back on a home game, the better. So don't let my missus see this interview, but listen, we want to get back, and hopefully this is the start of us returning back to Truro.
And obviously you were one of those players. You witnessed obviously Tree Road and stuff, and you saw the crowds and stuff. And it must be kind of hard being at Park with not having the support perhaps you know that you would have, especially with a team doing so well and not having the fans getting to see them.
Yeah, listen, that's the biggest thing. You know, it's a great setup, but it's not our setup, and one of the biggest advantages always for playing for Truro was our ground, was our fans. You know, making that team come that extra bit of distance. And our fans are, they're a very, very special bunch, and we want to get back home where more people can see us. Yes, we lay a coach on, but I appreciate that. People work in the mornings, etc. Need to get back, so being back in Truro makes that commute a lot less for people. So hopefully this will be returning home and we can get some good crowds back.
John Fabi's reserve side were also in action last weekend as they took on Hayle at Treguy Fields in the Cornwall Intermediate Cup. Here's all the goals. All three of our teams are in action this coming weekend. The first team are here at Balifo Park on Saturday when they welcome Winchester City in the Southern League Premier South. Tickets are priced at just £5, with Paul Wotton's men looking to make it 16 games undefeated and 9 wins in a row in the division. The White Tigers will be looking to complete their first league double of the season as they defeated Winchester back in August thanks to a brace from Tyler Harvey and a free kick from Will Dean. Kick-off at Balifo Park is 3 o'clock. After a few weeks away with cup interest, the reserves are back in St Piran League action on Saturday as they take on Iluggan at Treguy Fields. Kick-off there is 2:30 in the St Piran League. Finally, the under-18s will be kicking off their DGM League campaign on Sunday as they take on league leaders Torpoint Athletic away from home. Kick-off there is 2 o'clock. So a busy few days coming up with all three of our teams in action over the weekend, and make sure to tune into next week's episode for action and reaction from all three of those games. I've been Cameron Weldon, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.